shelter in place, you may have received this alert in North Spokane. What we know about the police activity last night in that area.
The rain is finally coming to an end for the inland Northwest, but now the wind is here to take its place.
New shelter plan. The City Council just approved a new plan for emergency shelter space. This morning, we break down what that means for people experiencing homelessness.
Trick or treat. Some cities are putting age restrictions on the Halloween tradition. This morning, we want you to weigh in. How old is too old for trick or treating? Head to the KREM 2 app to vote now.
And meet the dynamic duo. A retired woman and her dog stand at the corner of Mansfield and Howard every day to make sure kids are getting to school safely. We will introduce you to the team making home the Inland Northwest.
Up with KREM starts right now with Jen York, Evan Narani, and Dina Marie McNichol.
Coming up on 5:01 now, happy birthday to former Spokane Indians player Zach Greinke. He is celebrating his 36th birthday at the World Series tonight.
And he's a pitcher for the Astros. Houston is taking on the Washington Nationals tonight. It's the Nationals' first ever trip to the World Series.
Hey, and if you missed our show yesterday,
we thought it was a good trivia question.
Yes.
That Zach Greinke played for the Spokane Indians, and
so
now
cool.
you know his birthday.
I know, and
October
what a
22nd.
day to have it, right?
Yeah,
to kick
on
off
the
World
first
Series.
day of the World
incredible.
Series, this will be a 36th birthday to remember, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure. Absolutely. Well, welcome to Up with KREM. Great to have you with us here on our Tuesday morning. And it sounds like things are going to be drying out from here.
About time.
Yeah.
Is that right?
No kidding.
I think that's the sentiment heading into today. When I got into work at about 3 o'clock this morning, it was still raining, but now the rain has let up, still a little wet outside, and the last of the rain finally, well, it's actually just finally coming to an end here. Here's Doppler radar. You see Coeur d'Alene already starting to see that rain come to an end. And areas of northern Idaho, everything is moving off to the east and southeast. A little bit farther to the southeast, the Lewiston area still last little bit of rain right now, but it shouldn't be more than an hour or two before we see all of this rain finally come to an end. So that's ending for our southeastern areas, but the next story will be the winds later on today, but at least that sunshine we see later on is going to help our temperature profiles. About 61 degrees for the Spokane area today, a little bit cooler to the north, a little bit warmer off to the south. So at least it's got a warmer day for us, but a big mix in terms of the temperatures for the week ahead. We will take a look at that all coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Thomas, thank you so much. It is 5:02 now. A phone alert in Spokane caught some people off guard. Multiple people reported getting the warning on their phone last night in North Spokane. KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez is joining us now from the newsroom with more on what we know. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jen. So if you live in North Spokane, you might have gotten an alert on your phone because of police activity. Now, this alert, take a picture, look at this picture. Multiple viewers have shared photos like this one of the alert. Another viewer told us they received the alert while in Costco on North Newport Highway. It appears to have been issued for people in North Spokane, including the Wandermere area. So we reached out to Spokane's Sheriff's Office. They say there was a person arrested after trying to harm themselves, but deputies are still trying to figure out why exactly that alert was sent out. And we'll make sure to keep you updated as we learn more details about that alert and why it was sent. Back to you, Jen.
All right, Nicole, thank you so much. In Kootenai County, deputies are asking for help finding a missing 15-year-old girl. Lacey Jeffries was last seen Thursday in St. Mary's. Deputies say she told her mom she would be with 20-year-old Brad Walters. He's on the right side of your screen. Investigators say witnesses spotted them near the Union Gospel Mission in Spokane. Anyone with information on their whereabouts are urged to call the number at the bottom of your screen. Political activist Tim Eyman led a heated confrontation with Spokane City Council members. He was in town yesterday to talk about ballot initiative 976. It would cap car tap fees at $30. Eyman came to Spokane to express concerns about the city resolution opposing the initiative.
You're coming in and interrupting, like you're more important than this meeting right
No,
now.
no, no, it's your resolution. You're bringing up the resolution
We don't
that
have
the
public
law.
testimony at our committee meetings, sir.
But the law requires you to have some.
Well, Iman hosted the press conference before that confrontation. He says it is illegal for the government to use taxpayer-funded resources to oppose a ballot measure, but he acknowledges there is a loophole in his initiative.
I think the whole idea of the government telling people how to vote is pretty offensive, but the law does require that they give notice to the people, give them a chance to weigh in on it.
Well, Ben Stuckert is sponsoring the resolution. He said the committee meeting is not the time for public comment. He also noted Tacoma, Everett, and Seattle already approved their own resolutions opposing Iman's initiative. A Spokane 6th grader raised $10,000 to pay off student lunch balances. Back in July, Lily Cowart teamed up with her dad. They collected money from Mullen Road Elementary. Her dad and his coworkers put portions of their car sales into a fund. After 1 month of saving, her goal to pay off the student's debt started to become a reality.
Made me more happy.
All the money raised will help about 1,000 families for 1 year. Enrollment for Idaho's newly expanded Medicaid program starts next week, and benefits start January 1st. According to state reports, about 70,000 people are eligible for the new program. Starting November 1st, residents seeking assistance through government programs will go through one system and fill out one application to receive multiple benefits. And this includes SNAP, Medicaid, temporary assistance, and mental health programs. Well, that's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM. 5:06 now. Well, a city that went viral last year for banning teens from trick-or-treating has changed its law. KREM 2's Dana Marie McNichol is in the studio now with the reasoning behind the ordinance. Good morning.
Good morning, Jem. So last Halloween, a city in Chesapeake drew national backlash for a decade-old ordinance that could fine or jail anyone 13 years or older for trick-or-treating. So this morning, we're asking the question, how old is too old for trick-or-treating? 33% of you are saying it's never too old to trick-or-treat. And it almost is pretty even across the board. 0% of you are saying 13 years old and up. So here in Spokane, we support our trick-or-treaters. We'll check in with those results in the next couple of minutes. Since the city's trick-or-treating ban went viral, Chesapeake revisited the law and made a few changes and upped the age to 14. But teens could actually still face a Class 4 demeanor and a fine. The original law was created back in 1970 after an incident involving some kids throwing firecrackers. The city says police have never actually fined or jailed a teen for trick-or-treating. Yesterday on the Up with KREM Facebook page, we asked you if there should be an age limit for trick-or-treating. An overwhelmingly 79% of you said nope. We should let our trick-or-treaters just have fun. I think most of you agree with our Facebook follower, Lori, and she says as long as they're dressed up in costume, you don't think that their age should be a limit. Well, don't forget to vote in our live poll this morning. Join the conversation. Halloween is soon approaching. Go to the KREM 2 app and click now or krem.com/vote. What do you think, Jen? I mean, I think if a teenager or even an adult puts the effort into trick-or-treating, they deserve a Snickers bar, right?
Oh, sure. I think, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't bother me. Anyone who wants to come for candy, go for it. You know, I have bigger things to worry about, but I do like seeing the little kids because they're all so cute.
They're my favorite. I love trick-or-treaters. I want to give the cute ones just a handful of chocolate.
Oh, I know, so cute. Especially any trick-or-treaters that compliment Zelda. They get extra candy at my house.
There you go.
All right, Dana Marie, thank you. It's 5:08 now. Well, happening now in Indianapolis, a bus carrying students crashed into a building. Take a look. It hit a pawn shop. Now, police are still working to figure out what led up to that crash. None of the students were injured. Investigators have not announced the driver's condition as well, but you can see, boy, the bus, basically, the entire bus is lodged in that building. We'll keep you updated as more information is made available. Well, here are 3 things you need to know about the sports world. It's an exciting time for the Zags. The Gonzaga men's basketball team is ranked 8th in the AP Top 25 poll. Michigan State took the top spot. And get this, if Gonzaga gets a 4 seed or higher in the NCAA tournament, assuming that they go to the tournament, they will most likely play in Spokane. Now, the Spokane Arena is hosting the first and second rounds of the 2020 men's competition, and it would be a first for the team to play on our home turf. Tickets for the tournament go on sale November 2nd, about 2 weeks. Well, get ready. The World Series starts tonight. The Houston Astros and the Washington Nationals square off in the best-of-7 series. The Astros won the World Series in 2017. The team is looking for the franchise's second-ever title. Meanwhile, the Nationals are in the World Series for the first time in franchise history. And today is the official start of the NBA regular season. Experts say watch for strong duos this season, like LeBron James and Anthony Davis of the Lakers, or James Harden and Russell Westbrook of the Rockets. A big question of this year is who will rule LA, the Lakers or the Clippers? And for a former Zag, Indiana Pacers' Domantas Sabonis just signed a multi-year contract extension. Coming up on 5:11 now, well, so they say texting while driving might not be the biggest distraction on the road, but you know what is? Snapchatting and driving. According to a study from Australia, 1 in 6 drivers between the ages of 17 and 25 are guilty of using Snapchat while driving. New research shows wait to eat breakfast until after a morning workout. The new study from England found people who exercise before breakfast burn twice as much fat as those who hit the gym after, or eat after. And that means our bodies are forced to turn fat into fuel. The study also found exercising before breakfast lowers one's risk for developing type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. And this might be a little hard to believe, but experts say a large chunk of millennials have $100,000 saved away. This is from a Bank of America survey. Millennials are defined as anyone between the ages of 23 and 37. It found 16% of millennials had 100 grand or more in savings. But it also found the median savings was about $40,000. That's more like it. I have yet to meet a millennial with a 6-figure savings account.
Yeah, I mean, at least anybody under 30, I think that's hard, especially if you're living in a city like San Francisco, New York. Yeah. You are making a lot more money, but to live is so expensive.
I think I just read a study about Seattle. If you're making 100 grand a year, you're considered broke in some of those neighborhoods.
Oh, I could totally believe it. Totally
believe it. Yeah, I'd like to meet these millennials that have all this money. I'm not sure I'm buying this study.
Then they'll take us out to dinnerton, right?
Yeah, no kidding. All right, it is 5:12 now. Well, is it cool or creepy? A first of its kind smart house can now track your health. After the break, a behind the scenes look at the home of the future.
And coming up in the next half hour, City Council approved a new warming shelter ahead of winter. At 5:30, the details behind the plan to open more than 160 new bed spaces in Spokane.